beautiful weather. This is the local effects from Tropical Storm Bonnie, our second tropical system of 2016. The first one was from back in January. Completely rare there, but yeah, I just figured I'd get out real quick, make a quick bank run. Not gonna pick up breakfast, not today. I've hit all the breakfast places and got leftovers at the house anyway, so I figured I'd just do a quick drive around. But yeah, down towards Charleston, looks like that system's getting ready to come ashore down that way. And a quick review for those who may not know, last big hurricane to hit Charleston was in 1989, Hurricane Hugo, and I was there. I was based in Charleston from 1988 to 1992 during my 4-year nuclear submarine career. Oh, something must be going on with the BP. It looks closed and gas is 000, so there might be something getting ready to happen. We're getting ready to maybe demolish that place. So yeah, I was there when Hugo came ashore. It was like 140 mile an hour winds, 145 mile an hour gusts, which is close to Category 5. And man, that was impressive. Then the eye passed over at like right at midnight, or 12:01 on September 23rd, I believe. So yeah, September 22nd, 23rd. And I actually went outside my barracks and looked up through the eye wall as it passed over. You could see the stars and all that. And it took about 44 minutes for it to cross over before the other side hit. And man, it was within seconds. You're back up to 135, 140 mile an hour winds. It was amazing. Most intense thing I've ever been through. To be honest, I wouldn't mind going through something like that again, even though I'm older. You know, I was young back then. I was like 20, I don't know, 20, 21, somewhere around there. But yeah, that was fun. I really didn't have a whole lot, you know, just a car and whatever I had in my barracks, so, you know. Well, yeah, that was impressive. Now, here at the bank, I guess we're just going to wait in line. Oh, man, there's one in front. Now you're going to move up a little bit. I mean, it's like a whole car length back. Why, I don't know. But the one at the ATM is just taking their sweet time. All right, now we're moving. Yeah, and this guy is not much faster. Oh my goodness. Perfect time to hit the ATM this morning. Oh good, now you're moving. Thank you very much. Of course not. This one is not taking cash. So I can't make a deposit, so I have to run across town to another one. Great. All that waiting for nothing. So yeah, where was I? Hugo. Yeah, that was fun. Did a lot of damage down there in Charleston. I remember, well, my car, I didn't have it there at the time. I had it here in town because I was getting ready to be deployed on a 6-month run to the Mediterranean and on my 3rd submarine. But it was delayed because of the hurricane, and my papers were still aboard a submarine tender that got sent up towards Norfolk, Virginia to evacuate from the hurricane. And I got left behind, so to speak, and on shore, which, you know, I didn't mind. There was me and one other guy, and his car was here. And his car, I think, had every single window blown out of it from, I don't know what their logic was. In the barracks that we stayed at, are built, I guess, back during World War II. And they put rocks on top of the roof. I don't know why. But when those 140, 145 mile an hour winds came into Charleston, it just blew those, they're like pebbles, or, yeah, round rocks or something like that, and slung them around like, you know, like bullets. So it basically shattered everybody's glass and windows on their vehicles. So it wasn't, yeah. not only did they lose the glass, but all the rain that was coming down from the storm, would flood out their cars, so the whole inside was all wet. And then the storm surge came ashore. I think it was around 2:33 that morning, and the officers' barracks, which was nearby, that was funny. All the officers, they had their flashy cars and their boats and all that parked over in the parking lot, and the storm surge just bulldozed them all into a pile on one side of the parking lot. And I got pictures. I mean, I don't know, they're buried somewhere, but yeah, I actually took pictures with my old 35mm camera that I had back then. Yeah, because I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, here's these officers. All their, they didn't, I guess, they probably had no place to go to evacuate their prized possessions, but yeah, it was just kind of funny seeing everything bulldozed to one side of the parking lot. Cars, boats, trailers, everything. It was just, it was just a mountain of debris. And I know the first floor of our barracks was flooded with, I think, 3 feet of water from the storm surge because it backed up the Cooper River where the Charleston base was at the time. And I was on the 3rd floor. So water, of course, receded pretty quick. But still, it was kind of funny. Again, the winds, it blew out some of my windows, and the ceiling tiles were just getting sucked out like frisbees, with the change in the winds and the barometric pressure and all that. It was just, blew the windows out and then would suck the ceiling tiles out with them. Pretty amazing experience, like I said. Yeah, here's a rain band from Bonnie that's starting to increase a bit. So, yeah, only thing big going on around here is the Coca-Cola 600 going on tonight, but I'll bet you money that's probably going to be delayed because of this storm. I mean, unless it moves out, I don't know what time it starts, maybe 6 in the evening, I don't even know. But, yeah, I can pretty much guarantee you that that's probably not going to happen. If it does, I'll be amazed, but, right now the weather, the bands of rain coming in out of the southeast from Charleston and Myrtle Beach, heading our direction. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna get the race off. But so yeah, let's see. Back to Hugo. Yeah, that was a fun experience. Up, dude? Enjoying your walk in the rain. And yeah, so we went touring. The guy that was left behind, his car with his windows blown out from the rocks. We took a tour around North Charleston. I remember hearing or reading reports back then. There's a Kmart right off base that apparently got looted right there in the eye, right in the middle of the eye. People went in there stealing TVs, VCRs, all the electronic stuff that was state of the art back then, back, 89. And yeah, that place got looted during the eye. The whole, pretty much, city, I mean, there were brick buildings just obliterated. Rivers Avenue, the main stretch on, going through North Charleston, it was just a debris field of downed power lines and blown out buildings and just debris from almost like a tornado. Don't really remember if any tornadoes actually touched down, because usually that does happen when hurricanes come ashore, but from what I read, it was pretty much just straight line winds, 140, 145 mile an hour gusts, just the hurricane itself doing all the damage. But yeah, like I said, that was pretty impressive to experience and go through. But I remember also that a lot of gas stations, they were out of commission because there was no power for weeks. Of course, the military base had its own gas station and its own generators, and yeah, we were out without power for maybe a few days, but then we got power back, and gas stations were working and all that on base, and people were wanting to come on base, civilians, to get gas and stuff, and they were being denied. And I was thinking, yeah, you kind of feel bad for them, and I kind of agree with the military. You just don't know who's coming on base, what they you can't, for security reasons, can't let just anybody on like that, even during a humanitarian crisis. So, yeah, I remember hearing about that. I think people on the radio and were complaining why the Charleston base wasn't letting people on, and we're like, hey, we'll help where we can, but at the same time, I mean, we have to maintain our own security presence and all that. So yeah, it was definitely an experience for sure. Well, little by little, we're creeping our way to the other ATM. I've been rambling. Wow, looking at the time, almost 7.5 minutes I've just been rambling. That's pretty amazing. So cool. Come on, people. Everybody just does not seem to be in a hurry today. What is this, Sunday? Yeah, Sunday. So yeah, everything is closed for Memorial Day weekend. Oh, good. Everybody's going to turn left. All right. Well, by all means, I'll go straight to the other bank, and hopefully it's working, so I can make my deposit. Finally, signal's cooperating with me. Crack in the box. Back towards Target. All right, now. Good place to park a rig. Alright, bank number 2. Let's hope their ATM is working so I can go ahead and make my deposit. Thank you very much. Alright, success. Alright, swing around and we'll head for home on this dreary morning. Yeah, my Memorial Day plans, I don't have anything really major planned for the holiday. Anything I need to do some work in our home office. Okay, nothing there. Oh wow, we got the green. Oh man, it's amazing. Yeah, spin the tires just to catch the signal here. Awesome. How good is that? So yeah, pretty funny reminiscing on my old Navy days from Hurricane Hugo and all that. Yeah, that was one heck of an experience for sure. Yeah, roads are a little slick. For the most part, this is all we're going to get from Tropical Storm Bonnie. Just some rain squalls, not much wind. Definitely keeping the temperatures down, that's for sure. I don't think it's going to get out of the low 70s for a high today. For the last couple of days, been in the upper 80s, close to 90. Yeah, we're not missing that heat and humidity, that's for sure. So a welcome cooling rain like this is, we don't mind this at all. Oh wow, that dude's trailer is still there with the busted wheel. That's been there for a couple days now. Jeez. Must be some serious damage. I don't know why a flatbed can't pick that up, but oh well. Okay. Alright, train tracks are quiet once again, so yeah, I guess we'll just wrap up this to and fro ATM mission and rambling on about my Hurricane Hugo experience from '89. So until the next thrilling adventure, have a good Memorial Day weekend, holiday, and all that, and until next time,